What's going on, Jerome's? With the addition of free agent interior offensive lineman Ryan Kelly as well as Will Fries, you know you want him, some Vikings offensive linemen were becoming expendable. Notably, center Garrett Bradbury and also guard Ed Ingram, who's heading into year 4 of his rookie deal. And he's been traded to the Houston Texans. Rap sheet. Trade. Vikings guard Ed Ingram is being traded to the Texans, sources say, as Houston continued to rework their offensive line. So basically, the Texans got rid of their entire offensive line and just like, Ed Ingram. I feel like they kind of hate C.J. Stroud, like they want him to die. Yeah. Former second rounder from LSU is on the move, thanks in part to Minnesota spending big on offensive line free agency. Pelissero, the Vikings are getting a 2026 sixth-round pick for Ed Ingram. So not this year, next year, sixth-round pick. And yeah, the Vikings interior offensive line suddenly looks good. Had a little bit of a facelift. You got Kelly, you got Fries, you got Juergens looking to compete. Also, they've reduced Rouse inside to guard. Brandle's in year 2 of his contract. They could bring back Dalton Reisner. So there's a lot of options there. Also, notably, Ed Ingram, his rookie deal, because he had played so much in his first 2.5 seasons, his base salary was estimated to kick up to about $5 million. So it makes it a very, very easy decision for the Vikings. And yes, bring on the hate for Kwesi, the infamous 2022 draft class. Not so good. Seen, Booth, Ingram, Asama, Evans, Atamawo, etc. And the only ones left are Asama, Ty Chandler, who are backups, as well as Jalen Naylor's like wide receiver 3, and that's it. Well, I guess Vidarian Lowe starts for the Patriots. Yeah, but for one thing, no GM bats 1,000, and this was Kwesi's first draft, and also Ed Donishell, I'm sure, was in his ear about some of the defensive players. That doesn't get talked about enough. But something I do respect about Kwesi is that once you know that a player can't play, just gone. All right, so Lewis Seen, before the start of last year, gone. Same thing, Andrew Booth Jr. traded to the Cowboys. Ed Ingram now traded to the Texans, where if a player's proven that he can't play, he doesn't just languish on the roster because of the GM's ego, right? Because a lot of GMs do that. It's like, I drafted this guy, especially high draft picks, and he's going to stick around now. And I understand it's like, well, he should draft good players. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. But when the player has proven that he's not going to be worth his salt, he doesn't just take up a roster spot from someone who's more deserving because the GM drafted him, which is something I respect. Like Lewis Seen. Hey, should Lewis Seen have stuck around and taken Theo Jackson's roster spot last year? No. That's ludicrous. Or Andrew Booth Jr., should he have taken Blackman or Nudie's spot? No. And Ed Ingram, do you want Ed Ingram or Michael Juergens, who has some upside? So that's basically what it comes down to. And Ingram was a second-round pick out of LSU. Skull LSU just did not work in this spot. And he does have the physical tools. Like, he does have size, he does have strength and all that stuff, but it just didn't work out. 2.5-year starter. He does have more sacks and more forced fumbles than Marcus Davenport in his Vikings career. And for that, we thank you. But overall, it was just not good. And, last year was a competition between Ingram and Reisner and Brandle, and it's just, nah. But obviously it didn't work out. Nothing against Ed. I mean, he does have some upside, and maybe the Texans can get something out of him. That's perfectly fine. But the Vikings racked up and stacked up on the offensive line, also could add in the draft too. It's time to turn the page and go from there. But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings trade Ed Ingram to the Texans for a 2026 sixth-round pick. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.